Hi, I'm Sergio, the founder at Booked and Rich. And in this video, I wanted to talk about one of the ways that we set ourselves apart from the competition in a very oversaturated space, like is SEO. So if you've ever used cold email marketing to pitch SEO services, you understand that this is an oversaturated space. You understand that SEO is an overpitched service, and a lot of people are getting SEO offers in their inboxes. So what ends up happening is that they start commoditizing your offer, which means that because everybody is saying that they have this holistic approach to SEO and they can give you this 60-minute free audit and that they are a full service SEO agency, what you can possibly say about your offer is just not standing apart from what everybody else is saying. So how do you set yourself apart? That's what's important. That's why you're in this video. And one of the ways that you can set yourself apart, of course, is by writing handcrafted messages to your prospect. You can spend the time to research the company, research their problems, and then write a message that is meant to resonate specifically to their company, specific to their problems. And the thing is, they're going to notice that this was actually written for them. This is definitely going to be a message, as long as you know what you're doing, that's set apart from the competition, and they're going to appreciate this, which means that you're going to get a much higher response rate doing this. Now, the problem with this is that response rate doesn't necessarily translate to a higher absolute output in how many meetings are booked into your sales calendar. Because the problem with this strategy is that although somebody may appreciate that you spent the time to really research their problems, they may not be looking for SEO services. They may not have the budget for it right now. And so you just wasted all this time pursuing a prospect that was never going to buy your offer in the first place. Now, the other extreme of this is going extremely high with volume to spray and pray, and maybe this way you'll land in the inbox of somebody who is specifically looking for SEO services at this moment, and you land in their inbox and it's the right person at the right time, so they book a call with you. Now, this is going to work, but like I had already mentioned previously, SEO is an overpitched and oversaturated offer, which means that they have already received an SEO pitch probably this week. So if what you're offering is pretty much the same generic email that everybody else is, then there's no reason that they're going to pay a premium for you, and they probably will just look for the cheapest option, which is not a situation that you want to be in. You don't want to be on one extreme. You don't want to be on the other extreme. I'm going to talk about now what we do to set ourselves apart and be able to reach out to people at volume. So in this case, I'm going to be going over an exercise for a campaign I built for an SEO agency client that I have that specializes in the B2B SaaS space. So they want to reach out to B2B SaaS companies, right? So my thinking was, okay, let's find SEO problems that B2B SaaS companies are having that my client can solve. So the first thing I did was think about really high intent keywords in the B2B SaaS space that people would want to be ranking for, because if they are in the top 10 results for these keywords, then they're going to be getting a highly conversion intent traffic onto their website. So I built a list of 25 high intent keywords in the B2B SaaS space, like this one here, inventory management solution. I went out to Ahrefs and pulled a report of each individual keyword. So I'm going to kind of show you what that exercise looked like just for inventory management solution. I went down to the SERP overview section that gives you the top 100 results for that keyword. And then I exported this list that gives me all 100 results with all of this information as well. So I did this for all 25 keywords that I wanted to target for this specific campaign. And then I put them all on the spreadsheet here. Let me make myself smaller. Okay, so now that I have all these like 2,500 results, I put them together on this spreadsheet, and I removed all of the results that were ranking 1 to 10, because obviously if they are already in the top 10 results, then they are not having this problem of not being in the top 10 results. I then normalized the URLs, and then I took all of these URLs and I put them into this leads list building software called Apollo.io. where I put all of the rest of the filters to fit the ICP of this client. After putting in all of those filters and only looking at the URLs from the Ahrefs scrape that I ran, I was left with a list of over 1,100 leads. So this is the targeted leads list of this campaign. And once I had these leads, I wrote a copy that was meant to resonate specifically to the problem that these leads were having. So this is an example of what that might look like. Michael, noticed you're sitting in the 14th position for inventory management solutions on Google, which means you're missing out on the 1,100 people searching for this solution, since 75% of these clicks happen in the top 10 results. We can solve this. A SaaS client wasn't even in the top 100 results for the most important keyword. After working with us, they were in position number 2, outranking Salesforce. Mind if I have an SEO specialist send over a 4-minute video showing more opportunities on Schneider's website. So as you can see, I pulled that 1,100 figure from right here. This is how many people are searching for inventory management solutions in the United States. This email copy is based off of this sort of email template that we have, which is kind of a before and after approach. So the first thing that you want to do, of course, is tell them why you're reaching out to them now and why you're reaching out to them specifically. And then you paint a picture of what is happening right now, which is they're missing out on these over 1,000 people that are looking for a very important keyword to them. And then after we talk to them about the social proof that we were able to accomplish something much more impressive for a client that was in a worse position than them. So they're in the 14th position for their important keyword. This company wasn't even in the top 100 results. We got into position number 2. And then we were saying, okay, well, maybe they think that inventory management solutions is a highly competitive keyword. So by mentioning that this helped them outrank Salesforce, then they know that this was also a very competitive keyword. Because if you're able to outrank Salesforce, then you're doing something right. And this CTA sort of references a past video I made on how we get results for SEO agencies. And that is the Loom video strategy. You can watch that. I go into a lot more details there. But basically the whole point of it is offering value before they opt into a call. Because if you're pitching a call immediately and all you're doing is saying that you can help them get on page 1 of Google, then they're going to ignore you just like they ignore the other 99 cold emails that they get pitching SEO services on a monthly basis. So in this case, the way that you're setting yourselves apart is by, first of all, only targeting companies that you know are having a specific problem. Let them know what problem they're having and how you can help them solve it. And then finally, pitch them more value. Because if you go ahead and go in and say, hey, let's get on a call, that is just too much resistance, and the odds are they're not going to want to get on a call with you, so you're going to have your email. Make it as easy as possible for them to opt in. So that is basically this strategy. Now, I know that this sounds like a lot of work, from going into Ahrefs and identifying these opportunities in the first place, finding all of these leads, matching that with the rest of your criteria of an ICP, crafting these messages, and then once they opt into a video, then making them a video, and then scheduling them into your sales calendar, and then pitching them to your services. So this is actually the exact thing that we do for our clients. So this is something that you can do as well. But if you don't feel like you have the time to do all of this, then you can just schedule a call with us. The link will be down below, and we can talk about doing this for you. Basically, we handle everything from the email infrastructure at the very beginning to the list building, which includes all of this targeting, to crafting the messages, which you can see here, to nurturing those leads, which is what I'm talking about in this CTA. And you can go watch the video on a lot more detail of how we do that right after this video. And then we schedule them into your sales calendar. We also have constant iterations where we're constantly testing different things. So what you're seeing here might be our starting point, but what we'll be doing for you 4, 5, 6 months down the line is something that would probably be much more effective and better than this as it is. So it probably makes most sense to get in on this now so you can set yourself apart in the inboxes of your ideal prospect. Again, the way to do that is just to schedule a call with us on the link below, where on that call, all we're going to do is figure out if we're going to be a good fit and a good match to work together. If we do see that we would be a good match, then the next step would be to go into a lot more details and talk about prices and offers and all of that. But the first call is just no cost, no commitment. We're just going to figure out if we're a good match, if we can provide you these services, and if we can provide you the results that you're expecting. All right, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.